Hello and welcome to Supernatural Spirit Magic School on YouTube. We are continuing our discussions on how cursing and why cursing is good for you and something that should be included in your daily life and how to do it. So in this, the second part of this series, we're going to do a little bit of background. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you will have seen this background discussed in much more detail, but this is part of the starter kit to help one understand the importance of cursing in one's life and all the benefits that it can will bring to you. So let's get started. A little bit about Tony Stark Refat, who you may not know because it's designed for new people entering the world of magic. Tim Rifkin, he's a published author. He's written 3 books. This is one of his books. It's about remote viewing. Tim's a world-leading expert on remote viewing and world-leading expert on magic and on psychic warfare. So all about using your mind as a weapon of war and your mind to improve your health and well-being and using your mind to bring you the good things in life. So that's the beauty of Tim Rifat. Quite an amazing mind to pull all these disparate concepts together, but it all revolves around who? It revolves around you and pulling that together to help you find the source. But back to our cursing. So is this something that Tim just said, oh, I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to create a whole mechanism for cursing. No, it is not. As you know, cursing's been part of witch doctor life. It's been part of the magic for millennia. And how to curse is been used as a aggressive weapon, but also something to be used for self-defense. So where did all this psi come from? Because cursing, in fact, is a psi method. Well, it's all come from a series of works done back in the Soviet Union. We're talking about way back in the 1960s, 1970s, some bits in the 1950s, where the Soviet Union was exploring in depth and financing to the tune of lots of rubles how to utilize the mind to advance the power of the Soviet Union. So quite fascinating stuff. And the Americans took great interest in this, and the West took great interest in this, and sent over researchers to do research with research on the Russian research to get the ins and outs of what was going on. So the majority of the information that is used to build out the core concepts of the cursing all comes from Russian research done over half a century ago. So you can see the time from discovering a concept to filling it out and having that concept achieve its full capability. So the core concept for this, now you can read about it in Psychic Discoveries by Gris and William Dick. And you can read about this as well in Psychic Discoveries Behind the Iron Curtain by Ostrander and Schroeder. Quite a famous book for those who are in the realm of psi. So you can read them, but the brilliance of what we're doing with our cursing mechanisms is you don't have to have all of this knowledge. You don't have to done the years of research to get to this point. You can simply pick up the very easy to use tools for cursing and get on with it. Just like with your cell phone, you can quickly turn it on, use it, make a phone call, get on the internet, because it's very intuitive. Same thing with cursing. You don't know, pardon me, you don't need to know how to build the phone, build the screen, build the silicon inside, or the microchips. You simply, for cursing, need to know the easy bits. But what we're going to do is explain 1 or 2 elements here, right now, just so you have an understanding of the world of psi. So, the fundamental concept which all of psi is based on and is called the Sochiovanov principles. So Sochiovanov, a Russian researcher, came up with 3 principles. And these are the 3 principles which dictate the propensity to have successful psi and how psi functions within a group. So, therefore, number 1 of the 3 is to get a capability. You simply need to know someone who has that capability, who is willing to give it to you. So when we speak about capability, we're talking about something like dowsing. For those of you who are not familiar, dowsing, typically you can douse for elements or water or oil. You just take 2 dowsing rods and you start to feel your way through. Now, some people are magnificent at dowsing, and dowsing is used by mining companies to find oil or precious metals or water if you live in an arid area. So it's a thing. Now, you can meet people who are very good at dowsing and have been practicing for years, and that person can just share it with you. And then you get the capability. Now, having the capability and doing it, slightly different things. Practice makes perfect. So you can be given a capability and quickly get up to speed in it with a little bit of practice. So, Sochiovanov principle number 1, talent can be shared. Sochiovanov number 2 is that the power of deletion. Hate deletes. So the emotion of hate is a blaster, a blocker. So if you want to block someone out, just hate the hell out of them. You hate the hell out of them, and boom, they become impotent. They cannot function. What they're doing with their psychic powers, biff, blocked. So, therefore, if you have someone who hates you more than you hate them, they're going to block you. And then you won't be able to do the influencing, the road influencing, or the dowsing that you wanted to do, because they have a power hold over you. So you can see that that's an issue, which is where principle number 3 comes in. And principle number 3 is you're only as powerful as the most powerful person in the group. So what that would mean is that, let's say you're an oil company and you want to go find oil and you've got your dowsing division, you could hire the 20 best dowsers on the planet to go and search for your oil and have your rods cross and okay, oil's there. But you're only as good as the best person out of those 20 for dowsing capability. Therefore, it isn't cumulative. So you don't get a multiple, you only get the best out of the group. So, therefore, you want to become a part of a group which has the best dowsing capability, or you want to become part of a group which has the best remote viewing capability, or you want to be part of a group which can do psychic healing, and you want to be the best psychic healer. That power, you're in that group, therefore you have their capabilities. You have to practice a little bit, but you have their capabilities. You have access to that level. Which brings us back to the haters. So if your numero uno in your group is weaker than the hater, then you're stuffed. Because that hater will hate on you so much you won't be able to get it through. You won't be able to break out, unless you figure out a way to power yourself up. This is where Tim Tony Stark Rifkin comes in. Remember, he's a world-leading expert in psychic warfare. He's the world-leading remote viewer. He is the best Psi Master, Psi Lord on the planet. And he has released a method for cursing, which is inclusive. So therefore, the cursing capability that you have by using his techniques means that you come into the group. Therefore, the strongest one of the group, aka Tim, therefore disseminates that power into the group. And you can start cursing and getting the benefits of having highly effective cursing. takes a little practice. Practice makes perfect. Nothing wrong with that. But you're doing it from a position of strength. And then you will see effects. And you'll start diminishing the bad karma that you have inside you, and the good karma starts to come up, rise to the top. So you're in a win-win situation when you start using this technology. All for free, by the way. You don't need to buy crystals. All you have to do, if you want to benefit from this, is practice. And that's the purpose of this series, to teach you the basic techniques to practice your way through this. Now, to spice it up, we're also using Hollywood, bringing in a bit of Hollywood flair into this. So we know that Hollywood loves magic movies. They're always big blockbusters, like the Harry Potters and Lord of the Rings. And then horror. Horror movies do really well. In fact, women love horror. Most of the viewership of horror movies is actually female. So we've got horror movies, which are very popular. And in this instance, we're using a film series called The Ring. So The Ring is our template. If you, most of you, well, so many of you will be familiar with The Ring. The Ring grossed about $250 million. It's actually a Japanese franchise that got translated into a creative film franchise. And there's the Ring, Ring 2, and then Rings in English. And then I think there's possibly even 4 in Japanese. I haven't seen those ones, but I will be watching those in the near future. But these Ring films are the principle of us going forward for TikTok cursing. TikTok curse, TikTok dead. And that concept is they watch a video, the old VHS cassette tape, because it's relatively old film. They watch a VHS cassette tape, and it's a short clip, maybe 3 minutes, 3-minute clip. And after you watch the clip, telephone rings, and that's it. You have 7 days to live until the person who watched the video goes kaput, gone, bye, dead. Therefore, we've taken that concept, but instead of the person watching the video dying in 7 days, we flipped it around. So now you make a TikTok video, which is what the next video is going to be about, training you the beginnings of making your own TikTok curse, TikTok dead videos. So those 1-minute videos that you make and post on TikTok become extraordinarily powerful. And it's therefore, it's the subject that you put into the TikTok, the person you wish to curse, that then has the 7-day ratio applied to them, where they have the curse effective in them in 7 days. Now remember, we're in early stages, and it builds and builds, and because you do it more and more, we hit our objective of the 7 days. But there have been instances of people already, because this has been out for 9 weeks, approximately, instances already of a TikTok curse video being done, and then the curse happening very quickly within days. So it's all very exciting, and you're in on the cutting edge of not only cursing inside technology, but you're on the cutting edge of this entire way forward, because it hasn't existed until the year 2021. So to recap, we have a film franchise powered by the viewers of The Ring, powering this technology. We have the concepts of Sochiavana, which you now understand. You understand that us giving you the cursing technology, Sochiavana number 1, enables you to do cursing at the Tim Rifkin level, which is the number 3, the most powerful on the planet. Many videos coming up on why that's so, and there's many in the past that have already been done on that topic, which then means the 2 doesn't manifest, because there is no one that is a bigger hater than Tony Stark Rifkin. Why? Because it's essential to be top of the tree. You need that capability to suppress hate coming from others. So love coming from others, brilliant, no problem. But when it's hate, you need to be able to stomp that out from others so that your psi is magic. Stay tuned for part 2. Check out tick.dead.com. Check out the Grid Keeper channel on YouTube for the Supernatural Spirit Magic videos. I'm St. Nicholas, and we'll speak soon.